Welcome to Pulse episode 42. This time around we're looking at Starcraft news and Diablo news. Yes, you're gonna have to wait till the end of the week for your World of Warcraft fix. Oh. So in the Starcraft news we're gonna have a look at World of Starcraft, yes indeed, the GSL round of 8, the rise of Boxer, and much more. In Diablo, well, the male demon hunter is apparently coming soon. One lucky man got some game time in Diablo 3. The Diablo Twitter account discusses items, and much more. Let's get straight to the news. The Blizzard Entertainment 2010 holiday card and dessert contests have been completed and the winners have been revealed. Blizzard have invited us to take a look at the delicious, comical and sentimental work of our community peers. There are some amazing pieces of work in the dessert contest and, well, some of them do look quite delectable. In the holiday card contest, the winners also got quite creative and it's definitely worth checking out. There really are way too many great ones to even try mention here, so you should do yourselves a favor and check that out, if only as a reminder of how great the holidays were with Blizzard in our lives and by our sides. Aww. A new report from the NPD group tells us that the release of 2 PC games from Blizzard Entertainment helped boost the overall PC game sales in 2010. Yes, that does sound a little silly, and you can probably guess that those 2 games are in fact Starcraft 2 and World of Warcraft Cataclysm. Reports indicate that PC game sales were 3% higher in 2010 than they were in 2009. While 3% may not sound like much, apparently Starcraft 2 and World of Warcraft Cataclysm generated 14% of all PC game sales in 2010. Now that is something special. So if you want to read the full stats, statements and reports, you can find that all below, courtesy of Gamasutra. The amazingly versatile and incredibly powerful map editing tools that came with StarCraft 2 have been used to create some pretty interesting things. Needless to say, none of them have gone as far as to try and turn StarCraft 2 into an MMO. Until now. I've linked a video below of World of StarCraft in its pre-alpha form. But yes, you do get to see some gameplay and character selection. This map or mod is, as I said, in pre-alpha form and still very early in development, but I have to say that these guys are going to a lot of effort and it does show some promise. You can also find a lot of information about the mod at the World of StarCraft forums, which I've also linked for you below. Information such as new abilities that they're trying to add, the progress of the mod, and much more. So check that out below if you're interested. And lastly, no, this is by no means official, it's just some fans having some fun creating something that they thought would never come. The GSL Code S is entering quite an exciting stage at the moment, with the round of 8 completed and the round of 4 coming soon. In the first playday, MVP and Nesty both came out on top, taking down Choyafoyu and Tester. In the next playday, which I actually just watched before I started recording this, Jinro took down Idra with a score of 3-1 and Marine King Prime took down Nada with a score of 3-0. Those were some really impressive and entertaining games, so if you want to read all about them, you can find links below for all the information you could ever need about the GSL Code S and Code A. 12 of the best European StarCraft 2 players will be attending the Intel Extreme Masters Finals event in Kiev, Ukraine this weekend. So the players invited managed to make it through the preliminary rounds, but will they have what it takes to make it to the World Championship? So this weekend has an $18,000 prize pool and the chance to play in the World Championships. As I mentioned, there really is a lot at stake. I won't even bother mentioning any of the big name European players that are competing because, well, they're all there. In addition to all of this, you'll be able to play World of Warcraft Cataclysm and StarCraft 2 Wings of Liberty on special PCs set up by Blizzard at the event. Lastly, it seems like the little one from Team Liquid is going to be helping out with the shoutcasting this weekend, so that is definitely something to look forward to as well. Read more about that below. The next in the series of TeamSpeak Team Liquid Opens has been announced and, well, the registrations are open. This next open is set to happen on the North American servers on the 22nd of January. $100 prize pool, qualification for the TSL3, DJ Wheatcast in it. What's not to like? You can find the full details of the event below, obviously courtesy of Team Liquid. Check that out. The next issue of Liquid Weekly has been released and this one is titled General Imminent. Fitting? I guess so. This week, as most before, they have a look at the GSL and their Golden Boys progress in it, which has been pretty good. Then they also have a look at a few other big tournaments happening, as well as have a chat to Matthew Peterson from TLAF, Team Liquid's main sponsor. And yes, there's some amazing fan art too, as there always is, so check that out below and enjoy it. I previously mentioned that Team Liquid and their TSL3 were going to raffle off 2 tickets to South Korea, and well, the time has come. If you win these tickets, you'll be able to do all manner of things like visit the Team Liquid OGS house, visit the GSL and GomTV headquarters, check out the OSL, Pro League, and many other places, as well as spend 5 nights in Seoul, Korea. Yes, that does sound like a dream come true for any Starcraft fan out there. So the details for this most anticipated of raffles and more details about the TSL3 have been revealed. You can find that all below, and once again thanks to Team Liquid for being as amazing as they are. SK Gaming has an amazingly well put together article about the life and experiences of the #1 most recognized man in esports today, Lim Hyo-wan, the Emperor himself, boxer. The article covers everything from start till the present day and Starcraft 2. Yes, this is the story about how it all happened, how Slayer's Boxer became a pro gamer, how he became the legend that he is today. This is a must read. Check it out below. The guys over at PC World have a nice article up about some of the pro gaming related stuff that happened at CES 2011. Read about their impressions about CES 2011, a quick Q&A with Jinro from Team Liquid, and read about their first impressions of StarCraft 2 patch 1.2. Sure, it's not the most in-depth of information, but hey, there's a bit of Day 9 in there too, so probably worth checking out. The ever-busy and always knowledgeable Artosis has released the first in what seems to be a series of tutorial or instructional casts. This first expert tutorial, as he calls it, covers how to stop a 1-base Terran all-in as Protoss. The video is long and, well, pretty informative. It definitely does what it sets out to do, so if you're a Protoss struggling with those Terran all-ins from 1 base, then I guess this is the perfect thing for you. Check that out below. For all you local guys out there, the Do Gaming StarCraft 2 League has officially begun, and some of the guys have actually already completed some of their group stage games. I will most likely be trying to cover a bit of the action and shoutcast a few of those games, so keep checking back here for more on that. Next up we have the StarCraft 2 Smalls. In the Smalls today we have Mim recruiting Mondragon, Sace, or Sase, and X-Lord. ESFI has an interview with Moonglade. Complexity has picked up the well-known StarCraft 2 pro Suggy. Complexity Gaming also has a nice interview up with Cats. Mim have a pre-IEM interview up with Cloud. And there's once again another Day 9 inspired song up on YouTube that you can check out called Dear Day 9. That's it for the StarCraft 2 Smalls and StarCraft 2 news. Let's head on over to the Diablo news. Let me start this Diablo 3 news with a bang. The male Demon Hunter is coming soon. In a recent tweet from the Diablo Twitter account, they let us know that the male Demon Hunter would in fact be stopping by soon, possibly as early as this week. Also, it's been revealed that he's going to be quite easy on the eyes, if you get what I mean. Lastly, a fan asked if there was going to be a fan art competition, as they did for the female monk last year, and Blizzard replied by saying, well, there really isn't any time for that. It seems like the development of this most anticipated of titles is in fact carrying on quite swiftly. This is the last character reveal, so you can read the full interactions and all the conspiracy theories that no doubt followed below. A name that some of you may or may not know, but after this will probably remember forever, is Andy McKee. He is, if you were wondering, a world famous finger-picking guitarist. But what does he have to do with our Diablo 3 news section? Well, let me tell you. He recently found himself at the Blizzard Entertainment headquarters in Irvine, California. He was just chilling, kicking it with the boys, rocking some tunes, and thereafter he did something that we're all pretty envious of. He got to play Diablo 3 right there in the developers' offices, with them no doubt lurking around him. What a lucky guy. Need I even say how jealous I am? The Diablo Twitter account tweeted that this was in fact true, and they thanked Andy for the good times. So whether you know the guy or not, whether you like his music or not, the fact remains he played Diablo 3, and you can read all about that below, along with his mini review of the game. Bashiok recently jumped into yet another forum thread about runes in Diablo 3. He actually gave some pretty lengthy replies on 5 different questions that were asked. The questions were the following. Will all ranks of runes drop, or will it function like gems were, where the higher level ones need to be crafted? Are all the rune types equally rare, or are some more easily obtained than others? Will the increase in rank continue to change the change that the first change made to the skill's rank? What? Around what level will you have to be to use the highest level rune? How rare will max level runes be? Will we be able to have max level runes in each of our skills? While there wasn't really any new information here, it's always great to see Bashiok being talkative and patient with the people posting on the forums. As I mentioned, the answers are pretty lengthy and you can find them all below, courtesy of DiabloINCgamers.com. At Diablo was on a roll last week, this time answering questions about items. Yes, lots of items questions. A few highlights include the fact that we're going to be seeing new armor sets revealed soon. There are no on-use items in the game, only procs and stuff like that. The salvage cube is apparently awesome and shaped differently from the Herodric cube to be awesomer. There are many weapon models in the game, and lastly we might well be seeing more moving armor sets for some of the different classes. So if you want to read more about items, you can find all those questions and answers linked below. Even more news from @Diablo, apparently the shared stash is in the game and working as intended. After this announcement there were obviously a lot of questions. How big is it? How will it work? And does it use any form of phase-in? Blizzard let us know that there will be a normal and shared stash. Both of them will be huge and there won't be any phase-in used at all. Not in the World of Warcraft sense at least. Okay, so time for some Diablo 3 smalls. In this week's smalls we've got some information about jewels and socketing, armor dyes, dying in arenas and how the looting will work. There's an amazing piece of fan art called The Countess, which you should probably check out. And lastly, there was some talk about how female barbarians aren't sexy enough. You can read about all those smalls below and a couple others that I didn't really feel were worth mentioning here. That's all I have for you for Pulse 42. I'm going to be releasing another episode at the end of the week with World of Warcraft news and probably some Starcraft news too, so keep checking back here for that. So remember to like the video, favorite it, share it with your friends, subscribe, and most importantly, happy Starcrafting.